Hello and welcome to Eerie Elementary, The Locker Ate Lucy, author Jack Chabert, illustrator Sam Ricks. In this recording, we will be reading chapters 13, 14, and 15 to finish the book. Last time, we read about the students, Sam, Lucy, and Antonio, being trapped in the room with all the pipes. They found a slippery escape by going through the pipe. Sam figured out the water pressure situation to shoot them out through the pipes. They split up. Sam ended up crashing here. Chapter 13, hanging by a thread. I need to do something or I'll be smashed, Sam thought. He lay flat as a board. He pushed his feet forward as the water rocketed him toward the end of the pipe. My sneakers and this fast speed just have to help me break through this old rusty pipe. Sam's feet slammed into the end of the pipe. It cracked open. Sam was shot out into the air. Oh no! He screamed. He was high above the lunchroom. He was in midair, 30 feet up, and then falling. Sam reached out for something, anything, to stop his fall. He grabbed onto one of the floor-to-ceiling windows. Sam looked up at the pipe, and above him, gallons of water were pouring out of the pipe and splashing to the floor below. But then the flow of water began to slow. The water heater must have run out of water. The danger was over. I did it, Sam thought, dangling from the curtain. He looked down. The lunchroom was empty. Phew! I'll just climb down this curtain, then I'll find Antonio and Lucy. But no, Eerie Elementary was not done with Sam Graves. The water on the lunchroom floor began rising. It was taking shape. It was becoming something. Sam gasped. The water was taking the form of a giant hand. Help! Sam shouted. He tried to climb higher up the curtain, but the curtain began swaying. It was trying to shake Sam off. The curtain had come to life. Rip! The curtain started the curtain started to tear. Sam looked down at the huge watery hand of Eerie Elementary. It opened wide. It was reaching for him. Chapter 14, Watery Hand. Sam hung by a thread from the monstrous curtain. He was about to be grabbed by the enormous hand. But wait! Sam remembered something. That morning, Ms. Grinker had said, "Today's weather will be the hottest ever." Sam tightened his grip on the curtain, and then he tugged. The curtain tore. The entire curtain fell on the ground along with Sam. Sunlight poured through the window. Hot rays of sunlight were shining directly on the watery hand. The hand pulled back as though it were in pain. Steam started rising off of it. The sun's heat was turning the water into steam. The school howled. But still, the hand reached for Sam. It was hurt, weakened, but not beaten. If I could just bring down the other curtain in here, the sunlight would destroy the hand, thought Sam. But I'm cornered. Watery fingers were about to grab Sam. Slam! Lucy and Antonio burst into the lunchroom. We're coming, Sam, they yelled. Pull down those curtains, Sam shouted. Quick! Antonio and Lucy didn't know what Sam's plan was, but they trusted him. Antonio tugged on one curtain. Lucy grabbed another. Soon, even more sunlight flooded the room. The watery hand was almost beaten. Sam just needed to deliver the final blow. He spotted a metal cooking tray on the floor. Metal reflects light, thought Sam. Sam stepped on the edge of the tray, popping it up into the air like a skateboard. He snatched it and held it up to the sunlight. A white-hot beam of light bounced off the metal toward the hand. The hand of Eerie Elementary screamed. It shook, steam clouded the air, and then boom, splash! The watery hand blew apart. Giant drops of water splashed across the room. The hand was gone. It was done. Sam got to his feet. Then he said, "You guys got here just in time. Where were you?" "The pipe split me out over in the gym," Lucy said. "And I got spit out into the fifth grade hallway," Antonio said. "Luckily, no one saw us." Sam was so tired he could barely stand. "Man, I owe you guys big time," Sam said. "Are you kidding? You two saved me today," Lucy said. "It was all Sam," said Antonio. He began clapping. "Sam Graves, hall monitor, hero, give him a hand." Sam groaned. "Oh, I never want to hear the word hand again." The friends smiled. They were safe. But not for long. Chapter 15. All Wet. Slam! The door flew open. Ms. Grinker burst into the lunchroom. She looked around, eyes wide. Her frizzy hair was standing on end. "Sam, Antonio, Lucy, where have you been?" she yelled. "What happened to the curtains? Why is everything wet?" Just then, Mr. Nakobe rushed in. He began calmly mopping up the water. Then he said, "Miss Grinker, Sam was helping me wash the windows. Didn't I tell you?" Miss Grinker was still upset. "No, you didn't tell me, and Sam should have asked me if he could leave class. He missed our entire weather lesson." "I'm becoming forgetful in my old age," Mr. Nakobe said. Sam smiled and looked to the floor. Mr. Nakobe to the rescue. "What about Antonio and Lucy?" Ms. Grinker said. "They're not hall monitors, so they shouldn't be helping you." "I'm making them assistant hall monitors. They've proven to be very helpful to Sam." Antonio and Lucy looked at each other with big, excited smiles. Ms. Grinker was mad, but she turned on her heels and stomped out of the lunchroom. As soon as Ms. Grinker and the other students left, Sam told Mr. Nakobe everything. "You've learned a lot about the school," Mr. Nakobe said, "and you seriously hurt the school this time. Hopefully the evil will stay asleep for a while." "And hopefully assistant hall monitors don't have to wear these ugly things," Lucy said. She tugged on Sam's bright orange sash. "Hey," Sam said. Soon all four of them were laughing. After school that day, Sam, Lucy, and Antonio sat on the swings. "We did well today," Sam said, "but I don't think we'll ever be able to really defeat Eerie Elementary." Lucy hopped down off her swing. "I don't think that's true," she said. Antonio nodded. "We're a team, and now we know Orson Eerie is the school. There must be a way we can undo whatever he did." Sam stared at the school building, Eerie Elementary, the strange creation that was mad scientist Orson Eerie. "You guys are right," he said. "There must be a way to beat Eerie Elementary once and for all, and together we will find it." The end. Thanks for reading. We can tune in next time to start Eerie Elementary, book number 3. Recess is a jungle. Thanks and have a good day.